and go.
I can remember as a young man in my first days as a social worker, working at what I guess now I know what were settlement houses. Then I didn't know what that term meant, but I worked at Casita Maria, where I worked with street gangs and coached basketball teams. I worked at Lenox Hill Neighborhood Association, where I was the after-school program director, and at St. Barbara's Youth Center, where I also worked with street gangs and was involved in recreational activities with young people. And what I remember vividly is all of our young people talking about going to the center. They didn't talk about Casita Maria. They didn't talk about going to Lenox Hill or St. Barbara's. It was the center. And that always resonated with me as I moved on in my career. The center. Why is it that young people call Casita, Lenox Hill, St. Barbara's the center? Why did their parents say, we're going to the center? And it occurred to me that this was a metaphor for what we stood for during those years. We were the center of the community. We were the center of the lives of our young people, of their parents, their grandparents. We nurtured, we healed, we supported. We literally were the centers of their lives. And what's sad is what's happened to our centers, to our settlement houses over these decades. The first blow was categorical funding. So now all of a sudden the open door of our centers, the place where everyone could come to. See, because my young people would not just come to me to play basketball or to get after school homework help. And their parents didn't just send them there for that. A parent would come to me when, I remember once when I worked at Lenox Hill, one of our young people was run over and killed in a car accident. And his mother came to me, bereft. Not only because she lost her son, but because there was no money for the funeral. And we provided not only the funds for the funeral, but also the space for her to heal. We hosted the wake and as well as the memorial service. A young man was suspended from school. His mother came to us, and we went to school with her. A father was incarcerated. The family came to us for support. We were the safety net for all our parents and children. And as the safety net has eroded, the categorical funding, where now we can only service certain ages of young people from certain schools, certain people with certain problems, whether it's substance abuse, mental health, has begun to close that door. The door which was open to our communities that needed us so much. When I became an executive director, I believed in our function as the center. And I understood that myself as the executive director had a special role to play. I was the father of the center. And my role was not to be in an office doing paperwork, but as much as possible to be part of that center. To be the father that was there, not the father that had passed away, not the father that abandoned his family, not the father who was incarcerated, not the father who worked 3 jobs and couldn't be there for his children who he loved, but to be the parent that was there, the father that was there. And so what I've struggled for at SCAN is to ensure that each of our programs, each of the schools that we're in, each of the settlement houses that in fact we sponsor, continue to be a center that supports the lives of our parents, children, family, and community. A center that connects us, a center that parents and supports us.